Hi, this is part one. What I wanted to do is start here with where we left off in class. We started with data cleansing of the more members file. And what I'd like you to do is let's actually take a look here and go through the data cleansing process. I'm not going to follow along with the book word for word, but you'll get the general idea here. Basically what you want to do is you want to make sure that the data that you're going to import is in exactly the same order as the data that's in your Premier database. Let me just show you very quickly what the Premier database looks like. The members table looks like this. Okay, we've got member ID, first, last, address, city, state, zip, phone number, etc. So what I want to make sure of is that everything is in the same order, because what I'm going to do ultimately is copy and paste this data into this table. So to quickly go through and clean this, even though it's not dirty to not have proper case, I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. It just looks nicer that way. Remember, I did say that sometimes case becomes a problem in certain operating systems, and if you search for lowercase Heinz, you may or may not find that person. Microsoft, not a bad system for case sensitivity. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to hit Control-C to copy, and then paste in cell B2 only the values. And then I can take column C and just delete the contents there. I'm going to give myself some more room to work, because what I want to do here is use the text to columns feature that you can find under the data tab, and under data tools there's text to columns. Text to columns will let you take delimited data and put it in columns based on the delimiter. So it thinks we've got tab, but we really don't. We actually have a comma. We also have a space, but I'm going to be cautious and not use the space, because sometimes you might have somebody with 4 names. In that case, you're going to span 4 columns when you paste this. So I'm going to be conservative and use another function to get rid of that space. Then click Next. And we want our destination to be in B2 here, and then click Finish. We'll replace that data, and life will be good. In column D, I'm going to go ahead and clean up that space by using the trim function. The trim function will remove leading spaces before, after, and also in between words. Once again, I'll do a Control-C and then paste values. Now I'll go ahead and make sure that these columns are named correctly. Be last and first. But I do have a problem, because in my database, as you'll recall, my first name comes before last. So when I paste, I want that to be in the same position. So I'm just going to move this over. And then delete the empty one. I'll be using clean and trim to get rid of unprintable characters and extra spaces between things, and copying that down. And once again, Control-C, paste values, and we're good to go. same here. And once again, paste values. And I'm just going to do it right here. I'm going to do state. Remember, I like to make sure things are consistent. And notice I'm nesting 3 functions here just to get it over with. Oops, missed a parenthesis. There we go. And Control C. Paste values. Move the title over. And I can delete both of these guys. My zip codes look good. Can't complain about those. And remember, we talked about this as well. We talked about how data format isn't necessarily dirty data. Malformed data, let's say if we had bad symbols for email addresses, that would be dirty data. But these are all an instance of formatting issues. So all we're going to do now is I'm going to start with A2, use my Control Shift down and right arrow, copy, and to paste I will go to a new blank record, and instead of just hitting the paste button, I will choose paste append. Now I'm not going to continue this because I already did this when I recorded it the first time, and this is a re-recording. So what you should know is that it will ask me, I'm about to paste 100 records. Am I sure I want to do this? And you should say yes. If it doesn't allow you to paste, it will probably get you a table called paste errors, where it will give you instances of the data that it could not paste, and you can kind of look at that to investigate why you couldn't paste there. But this should work just fine in your table, as long as you've made sure that everything is up to par as far as your data cleansing goes. When you finish, you should have 2,695 records. And that's it.